So good evening to all of you, ladies and gentlemen. Namaskar. And a very warm welcome to all of you to these awards as they celebrate excellence in education. Now what you saw just now was a very elegant piece, very refined, very elegant pieces, very graceful movements. And let me assure you, this evening is all about excellence. Welcome all of you to this evening. Now this evening, we are going to be rewarding, recognizing, appreciating individuals and organizations and institutions for extending excellence in the field of education. Where we recognize people and institutions today, ladies and gentlemen, this is also an evening, and it's also a platform to bring to realization the issues and challenges which our education system is currently facing. I would like to put my point across through this audiovisual. As it says, India, get going. That's a small snippet which I picked up from YouTube. What it's basically trying to say is that our education system definitely needs a change. The jobs which are going to be there for future, probably we have not even heard of them today. So we need to prepare our children for the future. And that requires to nurture the creativity, the innovativeness in the children, to tap their potential, to let them think on their own, to have that out-of-box thinking, to give them challenges, or probably let them set their own goals and challenge themselves. That is what is required in today's education system. And we are fortunate that we are born in an era where we are witnessing that change in the education system. We have technology which has now moved in. We have people here in this August gathering who are bringing about that change in education. You are the people who have brought in so many innovativeness, creativity, new models of education system. So today this platform, Big Brands Academy, is also wanting to bring to the forefront people who are bringing about that change. And today, through these awards, we are going to be rewarding, appreciating, and saluting all these people, organizations, and institutions who are making a difference in the education system of the country. And to present these very prestigious awards, ladies and gentlemen, we have a personality whom I would like to introduce like a good book. Now, when you have a good book, it's really very exciting, it's interesting, it's captivating. It's full of that vast expanse of knowledge, experience, expertise. And when you read even little, you want to read more and more. Our chief guest is somewhat like that good book. As I said, he's captivating and knowledgeable. With his vast expanse of knowledge and experience, he has been and is a very renowned author and columnist. He has been a former UN envoy, the former Minister of State for External Affairs. And if I can all put it together in just short and sweet, as I can say, he is an impeccable blend of wit, charm, and elegance, grace, and intelligence. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Shashi Tharoor, the good book which we would all like to read and listen to. So as we move on to the awards, would like to mention that these awards are actually a result of months of search and research by 100 executives, in fact more than 100 executives, who went all around India from north, south, east, west, even central India. And after the analysis in-house, they also did a market analysis. There was a survey done, feedback taken. And it was not just the education which they were taking into consideration, that how education is being imparted or what kind of education is imparted. They also saw the infrastructure, the facilities which were extended, the courses which were there. So it was the overall judging which was done as far as the education was concerned. And it has been, as I said, months of exercise by these executives. And today, it is a winning moment, it's a celebrating moment for all the people who are going to be getting the awards. It is a celebration movement for the people who are going to be getting awards, but people who are not going to be winning, it's definitely also a source of inspiration. For people who are going to be getting, they stand as role models for others to emulate. So all the best to all of you, and as I say, let the best person win and make a difference to the society and to this country. And to do the honor of presenting these awards, I would like to invite Dr. Shashi Tharoor, our chief guest of this award ceremony. And to present these very prestigious awards, ladies and gentlemen, we have a personality whom I would like to introduce like a good book. Now, when you have a good book, it's really very exciting, it's interesting, it's captivating. It's full of that vast expanse of knowledge, experience, expertise. And when you read even little, you want to read more and more. Our chief guest is somewhat like that good book. As I said, he's captivating and knowledgeable. With his vast expanse of knowledge and experience, he has been and is a very renowned author and columnist. He has been a former UN envoy, the former Minister of State for External Affairs. And if I can all put it together in just short and sweet, as I can say, he is an impeccable blend of wit, charm, and elegance, grace, and intelligence. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Shashi Tharoor, the good book which we would all like to read and listen to.
Thank you, Vimy. I'm not sure what I've done to deserve those kind words, but good to see you all this evening. And I'm very pleased that Big Brands has invited me to present these awards for excellence in education. I suffered at an early age from being overeducated. I went to a number of schools and colleges, ended up with a PhD, 2 master's degrees, and a string of other academic distinctions at an embarrassingly young age. And I often wondered whether it had at all contributed in any meaningful sense to making me a fit member of human society. I still don't know the answer. But the truth is that I think all of us recognize that much of what ails our education system in this country is that we spend, or not we, not the ones of you in this room, but that most institutions spend all their time and energy in drilling their students with facts and figures that they're then meant to regurgitate when the examinations come around. The entire exercise is that of creating well-filled minds. And in fact, my view is that what we need to produce an educated human being is not a well-filled mind, but a well-formed mind. This we don't do enough of. A well-filled mind takes examinations well, repeats what it has been taught or been made to learn in class and in homework, whereas a well-formed mind can take unfamiliar facts, new situations, synthesize the available data, and come up with creative and intelligent responses to them. And that is something which sadly is all too often missing when it comes to the products of our education system. On top of that, of course, are all those who are left out altogether. It's a sad fact that India has more children who have never seen the inside of a school than the rest of the world has. So when we look at all of these challenges, the importance of giving education the attention, the resources, and frankly the moral support, the encouragement the education sector needs, could not be overstated. It becomes vital for the future of India because we must realize there is no country on earth that has actually achieved greatness, that has actually achieved significant power and prosperity without having dramatically extended both the quality and the reach of its educational systems. We have still a long way to go. But one of the ways we can head in the right direction is by recognizing excellence where it exists, by being able to salute those educational institutions that have set themselves up as a benchmark for the rest of the nation. We will be able to point the way forward to the others so that we can actually lift all the institutions in this country to aspire to the kinds of levels that you all have attained or have demonstrated the potential of attaining. That's what today is supposed to be all about, and I'm very pleased that Big Brands, Brands Academy, has actually gone out of its way to conduct the research, to identify all of you, and to today decide to honor you in this public ceremony. And I'm grateful that they've done that. I'm grateful also to University One for sponsoring this evening, because their work in online education is one more way of compensating for the deficiencies of our classrooms. We need, beyond question, effective education in the classroom, but we also need effective education from the classroom through the online method to people who can be connected to it from a distance. And I may add that as far as I'm concerned, as long as people learn, as long as children and young people learn, whatever their means and sources of learning, and as long as they learn in the right way and they learn the right things, the country will ultimately benefit from it. The skills we need, as Vimy pointed out, that we need 10 years from now, may be for jobs that we don't even know are going to be created. The challenge of education today is not just to be the best you can be in today's yardsticks. It is also about being the best you can anticipate needing to be tomorrow. And that is something that only the very excellent can manage to do. There's sometimes reluctance in democracies to recognize excellence. Democracy is a great leveler. We tend to think that everything should be reduced to a common level, but that can sometimes lead in some fields to the celebration of mediocrity. I would rather that we do what we're doing this evening, recognize excellence, identify it, salute it. And this evening, I want to congratulate every one of you who's here for having been found by the researchers of Brands Academy to be people and institutions of the kind of quality that this country needs if we are to march upward and onward in the 21st century. So with those words, let me congratulate you again with one final thought. The recognition of excellence cannot just be a one-off spark, a flash of lightning. It has to be about encouraging you to continue on the path of excellence and to move on so that excellence becomes an enduring hallmark of your work and of the standards we expect in this nation. So let not this award be a laurel for you to rest on. Let it merely be a spur to continued excellence and continued accomplishment. With those words, congratulations once again. I look forward to the success of your institutions as this evening moves on. And I thank you for giving me a hearing. Jai Hind.
And after we have welcomed the Almighty in our thoughts, in our expression, and in our day, I now take the opportunity of extending a very warm welcome to all of you to this prestigious award ceremony, which celebrates excellence in education. So as we move on to the first set of awards, I would like to once again invite Dr. Shashi Tharoor, our chief guest, to kindly do the honor of presenting these awards. And we would also like to express our thanks to University First, which are the sponsors of this research which was done. The next award is for the Best Institute for Financial Management Studies in India. And it goes to Indian Institute of Finance. We have Chairman, Professor J.D. Agarwal. And as I know, Vice Chairman, Professor Saurabh Agarwal, if he is also here, would like to request him to kindly grace the dais. The next award is for the best placements amongst autonomous management institutes in North India. And this award goes to Department of Management Studies, IIT Delhi. I think we have the representative and member media committee, Mr. Nishant Kumar, coming and receiving the award. IIT Delhi, no introduction of course required, is the best in research among all B schools. It boasts of being one of the best colleges in terms of return on investment. It is the Center of Excellence, and the professors of Department of Management Studies, IIT Delhi, act as consultants in the government as well as at several private companies on matters of strategic importance. The next award is for the best private coaching classes through M-Learning in Madhya Pradesh. So we go in the heart of India now. And this award goes to Gupta Tutorials. We have the director, Mr. Sanjeev Gupta, coming here to receive the award. Gupta Tutorials is an institute and private training program which provides the exams in the prestigious technological professional institutions like the IIT JEE or to premier engineering and medical colleges. Many, many congratulations to you, sir.